Let's get stuck in. Let's start. Non-negotiables, first and foremost, guys, as always, everything we go over in these seminars, make sure you combine with Voxer, with me, to make sure that you are ready to implement this stuff. It is that simple. Today, we're going to start off by wrapping up time management for literally 2-3 minutes. If anyone's got questions about it, let me know. And then we're going to get stuck into prospecting for social media. This one is for the online people. It's for anyone in general, really, but it's mainly for online people, but also then people that struggle with lead gen and want to learn how to prospect online. Face-to-face, guys, it's also for you. This is an additional lead generation stream that you can drag and drop into the business. Guys like Jono, who's with us here, who operates from a studio. This is, again, perfect for people like yourself, dude, because obviously it's just more leads because we don't have foot traffic. So that's that. Time management. So what I want to just go over briefly with time management. Last week, we kind of got into a detailed Q&A before we started time management. So I could only do half an hour. But what I wanted to finish on is this. There was a couple other things that I wanted to make notes on about putting into your ideal week, which we didn't discuss. So adding in stuff like prospecting online, which is what we're going to be doing today. Okay, so you can add that in. Okay, add that in to your list of stuff to execute. Also, local business partnerships, I highly recommend chucking that in as well. Even if you're not running them, you do need designated time for that, especially for people like Kelly. So Cal, good to see you again as always. Jono, for you, definitely. Seb, this is something we could potentially look at, bro, down the line, but we've got a bit of continuous growth with what we're going to do today first before we can start marketing. But yeah, chuck that in. And then what you're going to have is basically, you're going to have a list of stuff that you need to implement. Kel was saying to me on Voxer that you liked having everything, was it you, I think, Kelly, that was like, you liked having it written out in that sort of Excel in like a spreadsheet rather than following it live. Was that you that said that to me on Voxer? I don't know. It was someone else. Someone said that they liked having it like that. However, the goal, guys, is to, when you've got everything done, when you've ticked everything off in terms of your ideal week, send it to me. I'll approve it, make sure there's anything else that needs adding in there. And then what you do is copy it into your live calendar and set prompts to prompt you to stop with certain tasks and start with other tasks. And then the most important thing to wrap up time management is following it. Everything is there to be followed. Yeah, it's that simple. There's so many people do time management, and what they don't do is then they don't execute it. What's the point in doing it if you don't execute? Do you know what I mean? So that's pretty much it in terms of wrapping up time management. Implementation is the most important thing. It's the most important thing. And that is it. So that's that. Okay, what do we go here? Through next. All right, for guys jumping in, welcome one, welcome all. Matt, great to have you. Anthony, Dan Pardo, Suzanne, Rob, Michael, great to have you. Tane, my man, as well. All right, guys, first and foremost, everything that we're going to go through today is massively important for all of you guys, but mainly online trainers, because this is how you're going to prospect people, but then also for people that are wanting more lead flow. So anyone that's in studios and also face-to-face trainers. And we're going to get stuck straight into this. I'm not going to have any fluff. I will repeat, though, one more time, just the non-negotiables, guys. Remember, everything that we go through in these seminars, work with me one-on-one to make sure you're ready to implement this into your business. Don't take this as sole action items that you need to do right now, because a lot of people won't be ready for some of these things. So just make sure that you are ready. Okay. And with that being said, we can get stuck in. Everything that we do when it comes to Facebook stuff and what I'm going to do with you guys today, do on a desktop computer. Let me say that again. Everything that we do here, do on a desktop. Don't do this on a phone. Do it on a desktop. All right. Really, really, really important. The main reason why is the Facebook interface. And there's a lot more stuff that you can get All right, a lot more stuff that you can get when using the Facebook interface from a desktop. You can get access to a lot more stuff. All right, does that make sense, everyone? Because it's that simple. Like if you do it on your phone, you're gonna have problems. All right, and so that's that. Secondly, like, I want to make this clear. I think it's great that Matt's jumped on. Dude, great to see you, brother. Hopefully you're well, my man. Matt's here with this. Alex isn't here yet. I don't know if there's anyone else here. Probably not yet, actually. Anyone that, Phil, definitely. Phil can relate to this. The people that are having success with me online, whether they're an online trainer or not, right? All of these guys started up, like Phil and Matt, if you agree with this, just show thumbs up, right? They all didn't want to do this shit in the beginning. Phil, is that right? Matt as well. These boys, Matt specifically, those of you who were here a few weeks ago when we did some stuff with Matt, Matt showed a lot of a detailed background into like his reasoning for his posting and all that stuff. But like the processes of what we've been doing to generate the leads, to have countless signups, like consistently, and basically to get clients like whenever we want, it's by following stuff that originally he didn't really like to or want to do. We had to make it individualized. So if anyone feels uncomfortable about this stuff, it's because you're meant to be, right? You're meant to be uncomfortable about doing this stuff. There are people that have not made it this far and who have, how would I say, there are people that aren't able to be persistent and consistent in the online space, whether it's for online personal training growth or face-to-face personal training growth. As I've stated, this is going to help all of you, but just are not cut out for this stuff. And it's because they don't like having to add friends and they care too much about what people think about them, right? Now, obviously here we're all nice people, and every single person online, believe it or not, even though some people don't think that everyone's real behind a Facebook profile, we're all real people. So I'm going to show you empathetically today how to go about prospecting the right way and how to make you guys get connections over time and to let your profile shine, right? That's the secret here. So the first thing I want to get off on the right note about, and Michael, I was on a call with Michael just before, telling Michael this, is that your profiles do the selling. We are not cold DMing people. Has anyone, hands up quickly, been with another business coach who's told them to cold DM people? Suzanne, Kel, Matt, Ilyaski, yeah. Like, this is not what we are about here. I'm showing you how to prospect 2022 style. 2022, I'm telling you, it's even so different compared to last year, guys. It's literally that simple. So basically, if you're uncomfortable with doing it, like we've always said, where there is a comfort zone, it needs to be stepped out of, ideally, because where there's resistance, there's reward. And when you actually do this stuff on autopilot, and I'm actually going to show you a software which will enable you to do this. Michael has been so kind to let me log into his Facebook and to show you a software that I'm using, which I'm going to give you all access to. You can only get this from referral, guys. This software is not on the market. I'm going to give you access to it if you want it and show you how to do everything we're doing quicker by using a software to save you time, and so that you can actually get all this stuff done with all your busy schedules. All right. And enables you to take a lot of the emotional attachment out of it as well. I think when you're doing everything manually and you have got this facade of resistance, it enables you to rip it down and just look at it like business. And that's what it is. It's as simple as that. So with that being said, any questions?
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Yes. So I was going to say, like, with the cold DM thing, like, the reason why I didn't like it was because of previous experiences where, like, sleazy people slide in my DMs. So like you said, it's not being sleazy. you're just really trying to connect with people on a level of like a friendship. So like and one of the major things that I've noticed, the more I just like, for example, on the weekend, someone put a post up saying on their, I seen in my feed that said that they wish they were back here in training. So then I inboxed them and said, hey, good to see that you're a powerlifter or whatever, but like what's stopping you from getting to the point where you want? And then she started talking and I listened and then I was like, well, I can help you.
Amen. And this is what we're going to pour a lot of emphasis on. So thanks for that, Matt. Like,
instead of being like sleazy and being like, hey, do you want to buy my product? Be like, hey, listen to what they have to say and like kind of create a connection with them. That's so. Right. So if you feel
a normal person, you got to be normal.
If you feel uncomfortable like DMing people, don't look at it like a business perspective. Look at it like you're just trying to make friends.
Yeah, like 100%. And this is, look, guys, I think that's a great point. When you add someone on a perfect profile, what are you adding? You add them as a
friend.
Yeah. So what are you trying to fucking do here? Like, I'm not like, you got to disconnect. I cannot stand when people have this emotional attachment to people out there in the universe that they don't know you, and that they're already beaten with doing these tasks, which Matt is doubled Matt's business near enough, right? Like we talk about Matt straight up, like signed 14, 15, 16 clients or whatever it's done.
It's got to the point now where like I literally can pick and choose when I want people.
Pick and choose when you like. This is the thing, guys. Don't be beaten at the first hurdle. Like I've said, and it's a really good motivational, lift, a starting block to lift off from is where there is resistance, there is reward. I've had people leave recently because they just won't do this foundational stuff. And with that being said, I want to talk about foundation, and we're going to get stuck in. All right. So is everyone ready? We're all good. Okay. What I'm going to do, guys, here is I'm going to share my screen first and foremost on the desktop, and I'm going to log in here to the portal. All right. So first and foremost, what we need to do is very, very simple. We need to grow an audience, right? Now, the reason why we need an audience is because if you don't have an audience, no one's going to see you. So when you're using a personal Facebook profile, the only people that are ever going to see what you have to offer are Facebook friends, all right? And it's that simple. Now, this is the full portal, guys. Now, none of you guys have got all this stuff unlocked. None of you have. This just goes to show you how much content we do have here. But you all will have this unlocked. Everything now in social media training is near enough complete. So if you haven't gone and seen the introduction, and like basically there's a lot of new stuff here, right? So go through it. What I want to talk about here is this. Has anyone, or hands up, has anyone seen this training? When can you expect actual business growth? Seb, it's good to see you have, right? But basically what I want to do is I want to bring this up, and I want to start off with this. Now, can everyone see that? I can't see you guys' faces apart from like 4 or 5. Tay, Seb, Jono, can you just see that table clearly? Yeah, okay. Simple starting blocks here, guys.
Sorry, it's not center for me. I don't know why.
It's not what?
It's not center. Like it's cutting out part of the screen. I don't know if that's my bad.
It's probably because your gallery view of your.
Okay, yeah, cool. Thank you.
You got it. Okay, but basically, what we need to do first and foremost for every single person, and ironically, I'm glad you're here, brother. I didn't know whether you're going to come today, Matt. But ironically, this is what Matt just went out and fucking got done. Is this right, Matt, or this is what you did?
Yeah, like yeah. I just, yeah, it's exactly right. I like just continue to add people, and
yeah, you got to start and you got to add. So this is what we need. If you're coming to Pinnacle and you're coming with me, before we can get into, guys, this, right? All of these marketing strategies, line strategies, QRs, Facebook ads, all of these strategies, you can't do any of that, guys, until you have got this going on. So if you've got under 500 friends, we need to get you to 1,000. If you've got in between 500 and 1,000, I need to get you to 1,500 or add 500 if you're at the lower end of the spectrum. I need you to go and watch this video. Basically, we need to add 500 friends, guys. And it's literally that simple. When we've added 500 friends, what we can do is we can then start prospecting. Does that make sense? I need to see hands here. Like, does it make sense? Yeah. If you haven't got an audience, you can't, there's no point. So there's no point doing your social proof. There's no point doing any competitions. There ain't no point doing marketing. If you haven't got anything to go off, we can't move forward. We need to add 500, ideally fresh friends. So if you've got a disengaged audience, right? If you've got a disengaged audience, and just take notes here, guys, this is all quite powerful. I have a disengaged audience. I do get quite a lot of interactions, but I had 4,800 Facebook friends, of which the software, which I'm going to show you at some point throughout today's training, showed me I had about 120 engaged followers, which means, like, client-wise, at the moment, we got about 80 odd, roughly, right? Now, on top of that, I had 40 prospects out of 5,000 that were engaged with my content. If that's what I have, you guys, and I'm going to show you Michael's data. So Michael, he's on his iPhone, so he hasn't got his camera on. I'm going to show you Michael's, and you're going to see what we saw just before. You're basically going to be starting from scratch. So if you've got a large following, question is, do I, Simon, need to remove those followers, right? You can do. However, you need to maintain an element of, what's the word that I used before?
Surprise.
Sorry?
Surprise.
Not an element of surprise. You need to an element of, Michael, what was the word that I used before, bro? Take yourself off mute there, dude. I can't remember what.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, sorry, my video is quality shit.
Yeah, you're all good.
God, I'm drawing a blank here. What was the context of the question again?
Don't gut your whole Facebook account because you need to add an element of, not authority was the word. My head's fried. But it's basically, you need to make sure that people don't write you off as your profile. You need to have an element of authority in terms of a Facebook account. So if you've got like what Michael has, which is 900 friends, of which inactive was like 800 odd. His instant question was, yeah, like, not authenticity, Jack. But his question was, shall I remove the 800? No, don't, because you need to have an element of trust and make sure that you have got following, which is worth people taking it or paying attention to. There is a word to summarize it, guys. But anyway, there you go. It's my first day back after 2 days of bed. You can bear with me. So that's that. Now, with that being said, be persistent, consistent, and add people. That's what we've got to do. Now, I'm just trying to think here. When is the best time to show you the software? Okay, we'll go here, right? So if you need to add people, guys, what I would do is this. First and foremost, reverse engineer how many, and this is pretty important. Reverse engineer how many friends you need to add, break it down into bite-sized chunks. For example, if you need to add 500 and you can dedicate half an hour a day to prospecting and you can add 20 people in a day, reverse engineer how long it will take you to add 500 based on adding people at 20 a day pace. Does that make sense? Thumbs from everyone. If it doesn't make sense, come off mute and please tell me.
Just be careful you don't end up like me and be able to do 10 before you get blocked.
That's right. So this is all stuff that's going to come out, and like this is why I'm glad we've got you here, Matt, because you'll be able to
figured out how to cheat it yesterday, but
yeah, 100%. Does that make sense? So if it's going to take you, if you need 500 to get started, reverse engineer how long it's going to take you to get 500. Seb, I think for us, I don't know where you are, Seb, on the screen. Dan, just come off mute, bro. Just interrupt me, dude.
Can't hear, man.
Yeah. Oh, you got, there you are, Seb. Go on. Dan, Pardo. If anyone's got questions, just interrupt me as well, guys. Just interrupt.
There we go. Sorry. What's the limit that you can add per day?
Okay, great questions, guys. And this is what I want to have feedback of, because I know all you guys are sat there with questions. Guys, we're a family here. Fucking ask. Like I'm telling, like, I don't even want to have people come to me on Voxer. Ask me now. Yeah, like now is the time. Great question. How many can you add? We're going to talk about this coming up, but now is the perfect time. Facebook is going to reward you with golden stars, right? Facebook is going to reward you for golden stars, which in turn, when you eat lots of golden stars, you get bigger Facebook flex and you get bigger muscles. If you don't have big Facebook muscles, you can only invite or add 10 to 20 a day maximum before getting soft blocked. Does anybody not know what soft block means on Facebook? Nath, Jack. Soft blocked means when you add people and Facebook will temporarily suspend your account for suspicious activity, which looks like you're doing things outside of your normal day-to-day activity on Facebook, i.e. adding a lot of friends or more friends than what you would normally do. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so I noticed that it's like, sorry to cut you off, Simon.
Yeah, go on.
I noticed it starts with like, I started off, I was being able to do like 40 to 50 a day when I was under 1,000 friends. Then I got to like 1,500 and it went down to like half that. And now I've gotten to 2,500 and it's like 20, it was 20. And then I got blocked for 3 days. And then the block come back from 3 days and now it's like 10 to 20. But I've cheated it as of yesterday. I found out if I add people every couple of hours, I can add like 10 more. So it ends up being 50 over the day.
Yeah, and this is really well said as well. Just to give you an idea.
What was that?
So I sorted it out. So what the only thing that I care about with what Matt just said here is he said he was doing it every fucking 2 hours, guys, right? If you want this to work, you have to be persistent. And I think every 2 hours is persistent. Nate, interrupt me, brother.
How do you know when you're soft blocked?
You can't. So this is the thing. You can't. Are you soft blocked currently?
I don't think so. How do you
Good.
know?
It'll come up with a thing on your screen and
Oh, how do you know? Oh, how do you know when you're soft blocked?
Yeah.
Oh, it'll just say your Facebook account's been suspended from adding people. You can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what that means is basically, thanks for that, dude. What it means is it looks like suspicious activity out of your normal day-to-day operations, or it looks like a robot is doing it for you. Looks like a robot's doing it for you. And it's as simple as that. You just won't be able to add more friends. And you just revisit it the next day. So Facebook Flex again, there's lots of ways to improve the size of your muscles. I'm going to show you how to do this. And it's as simple as that. But basically,
just quickly,
yes.
what if you're someone like me that, as I've told you countless times, I don't like using Facebook, so naturally I don't use it. So if I suddenly randomly started adding people, just adding people would be enough of a red flag, for Facebook's algorithm to go, oh, what's this guy up to?
Yeah, look, dude, that's a great question. But here's the thing, Rob, like you can start somewhere. So if your muscles at the moment with Facebook aren't strong enough to bench 150 kilos, right? Start off small. So you just go 5 friend requests, 10 friend requests. Like everyone's going to have a different starting point with this. And this is something that gives you infinite lifespan to our coaching. This is endless, this shit. It's endless. I recommend every single person is doing this stuff.
But I'll say this too, Simon. I never used to use Facebook very often either.
Well, there you go.
So
Never used to use it. And how long have you been coaching for now, dude?
Me, so personally, everything was done through Instagram for like the last 3 years. And then as soon as I come over to you, like, oh, I'll do it on Facebook. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't use Facebook. All I use it for is my groups for check-ins. And then you're like, nah, do this. And so I just like, honestly, I had a mentor before, Simon. I've said this before. And I had a guard up, a wall up. I just let the wall down because I'm paying him money to do stuff. So just fucking do it. Do what he says. If it does, at the end of the day, if it doesn't work, at least you tried.
100%. 100%. And look, this is another thing as well. Why Facebook, not Instagram? 2 simple things. 4 times audience size, 4x. 2 billion Facebook accounts, 500 million Instagram. Go figure, nothing else said. Second thing, You can't build relationships with people easily on Instagram. And Instagram is a two-faced platform. I don't care what anybody says. It's statistically driven. All people want on Instagram is followers. They'll follow you, you'll follow them back. And I guarantee you within a week or so, a lot of those people will unfollow you because they've got the follow from you that they wanted, because everyone wants to have more followers than who they are following. And it's that simple. It's just a fucking game. And that's it. I have nothing positive to say about Instagram. A lot of people's big following are bought, which you cannot do these days. So anyone that goes out there and shows you how to get a big following, rubbish. You can't do it anymore. They bought their following in the beginning. There's people on this call that I know have had help with that. I had help with that, and I bought stuff in the beginning. And now you can't do that, I'm pretty sure. So it's hard. You cannot grow a 1 million follower Instagram account from scratch organically unless you're a celebrity. Don't care what anyone says, unless you're persistent and consistent. You know what I mean? So Facebook, we can create relationships a lot more intimately, and that's why we use Facebook. So that's that. Start small, reverse engineer how long it's going to take you to get to 500 friends, and that's it. Yes, somebody's there.
A question for you.
Yes.
So I feel like I get more clients off of Instagram.
Yeah.
And with Facebook, I get weird people.
Okay, that's a great point. Wherever your attention flows, your growth is going to come from. Does Instagram work? 100% does. 500 million Instagram accounts, still 500 million. All I recommend, and this is perfect point to summarize the intro chapter, do what you do on Facebook on Instagram. What I'm going to train you how to do in here, do it on Instagram. I'm not saying disregard Instagram, but if you're starting from scratch, start with Facebook, because Facebook's far better. But do the DMing stuff and stuff like that. If you've got people that are following you, Cal, and they're continuing to follow you on Instagram, like just follow the outreach process that I'm going to show people how to do on there. All right, it's that simple.
Okay.
Simple. Any other questions on that, guys? Otherwise, I'm going to get stuck straight in. Tay, what you got?
There we go. So just on this, what's your opinion of like stalking those like Facebook groups that people might post? Like, does anyone know any good PTs in the area? And then everyone comments like 10 tagging PTs. Like I get tagged in a lot of those kind of things from my owners of the club. And a lot of the people that I've actually messaged from it have been like that, the creepy kind of people that don't even show up and just waste my time.
Yeah. So look, let them come to you.
Okay.
On like you guys, all of you guys that are on here, I've said this a million times. I'll say it a million times over. When you're part of a family that we have here, you're instantly in the top 5% of successful PTs in the world. I don't care what anyone says, it's the truth. Most PTs drop out within the first 6 months. There's an 80% dropout rate. It's ironic that all of my clients, 80% of which do 6 figures plus. And it's that simple. When you're at that level, people come to you, right? And this is what we're doing with everything we're gonna get into here. So I want to get stuck into it. I'm gonna share my screen on my other computer, and I'm gonna go with this, guys. I'm gonna go straight in with the software. The reason why, this software will do everything that I can show you how to do manually, but 10 times quicker. If you want anything on how to do manually shown to you, just come interrupt me, come off mute and interrupt me, and I'm gonna get stuck in.
When are you gonna stop holding out on this stuff for me and give it to me?
I know. So here it is, bro. You ready for it? Here we go. All right, let me go. All right, let's go. Change the host. Okay. Everyone see the screen here? All right. So guys, simple. Welcome to YunaPRO. All right. First and foremost, guys, this here you cannot find anywhere. If you want the link to download this, basically I gave Michael Hodge a 45-minute to an hour preview of this. I went into this as someone who didn't know what was going on with his Facebook account. I found out within 5 seconds what was going on with it. This here will save you time. It'll make you money, And if you want access to it, you have to come to me to get it. You won't be able to find it. It's not launched. There's 200 beta testers for it. I'm one of them. And it's that simple. It's ran by or invented by guys in the US. And it's that simple. When I upload the recording of this, underneath, there will be a link to download it. All right. So let's get stuck in here. Everything, guys, in here is all going to stem from your profile being set up correctly. Is there anybody who has not gone through how to optimize your personal or your Facebook profile for organic success? Is there anybody who has not gone through that? No? Cool. All right. If you haven't, all of what we're about to do here now will not work. Leah, we're going to do some revamping with yours. Seb, we're obviously just starting, bro, with your journey. Everything else, go on onto the portal, guys. I don't know if I can see. I'll just show you it. And this is important. Again, I want to take 2 seconds to show you it. Has anybody seen the perfect profile in social media 1.2? Start like hands. I can't see nods. Like, yeah. Okay. If you haven't, go into here and go and check out this training video, the perfect profile, where I show you what it should look like. I'm actually going to idolize somebody quickly here as well, because I like your profile and how it looks. You're on the call, so drum roll, who's it going to be? Right, I like how this looks. Okay, so Charmaine, I've always said from day dot, like your online packages that you put together, they looked amazing. Charmaine's Facebook profile is well set up as well. Look at how the content screens. It looks very presentable. Charmaine, you're somebody who will benefit humongously from the software. The reason why is very simple. The way that your profile is set up is not getting enough love than what it should, right? A lot of it's down to your audience size, but anyway, like it's set up well. All right, just get rid of that join now thing, that button as well. I mean, we've gone through that anyway, but anyway, check it out, guys. It has to be set up perfectly. All right. And then the content that you post is massively important. If there's any questions at all about any content related stuff, just come off mute and tell me. Now, what we're going to do, guys, and I'm going to show you in here, is this. So you can update a friends list in here. And what this does with YunaPRO is YunaPRO actually what it does for you. YunaPRO is going to fast track everything. YunaPRO does things on autopilot, saves you time, makes you money. It's that simple, right? All you guys are busy as hell. It will do everything that will take you manual hours on autopilot, and you can let it do what it's doing right now on the screen, syncing in Michael. So this is Michael's Facebook account. You're happy for me to use this still, Michael? Yeah, just like.
Yeah, man, go for it.
Okay. It's going to sync Michael's friend list, and we can do other shit. So at the same time, when we talk about creating a daily ritual towards the end here, has anyone seen any info about a daily ritual on social media 1.2? Yeah, a few people, not enough. When you do daily ritual stuff, this is going to enable your daily ritual to be slashed by 300% worth of time, right? Once you've launched your friend lists into YunaPRO, what you can do is you can start growing your friends list. You can actually look at prospecting and increasing it. But first and foremost, you can see who watches you. Has anyone seen all of these rubbish, spammy things about see who's been looking at your profile and all this sort, right? This actually will do that for you. So let's get a little insight into it. So
my question is to you, Simon.
Yeah.
Like, remember how they used to have apps for this for Instagram? And then they blocked it. Is this the same thing, or they got the rights to through Facebook to do this?
This software is completely legit. It's not going to get shut down. Instagram, look, here's the thing. Instagram and Facebook don't like people getting this sorts of intel because it's powerful. I'll be honest with you guys, any large corporation in the world, they market very well because they have information like this. And this enables you to target specifically and ridiculously well. Has anyone seen subtopic here that the most powerful data in the world is human interactions and human knowledge? Does that make sense? It's more valuable than oil prices these days, they say. Anyone know that? Has anyone seen or heard anything about that? It's the most important, most valuable asset is people's information.
Yeah.
This shit gives you it, right? And it is that simple, because here, if you can get intel about this sort of stuff, it's gonna excel.
How does this site have access to like Facebook without Facebook not knowing?
So
do you know any of the
so basically, it's a great question.
Because I'm just curious on that sense, because like I remember I've like looked at, like, say for example, Hybrid, they do similar thing with this with their website and to market all their clothing. And I'm just curious because like I know that Facebook and Instagram are like fucking super powerful, don't want anybody else to have control of like algorithms and shit like that.
This isn't, so this is great. This is a great point. That would be a great question for my coach. However, this isn't algorithm based. What this does is it scrapes data from Facebook and it displays it in black and white.
Okay.
That's what it does. So that hopefully that answers the question, bro, because that's a great question. This isn't basically going behind Facebook's back and basically trying to expose their the shit that they don't want you to see. It kind of is, but it just speeds everything up basically, and it gives you a bit of data, right? Such as this. So what we did here with Michael, I did a 90-day scan, and I basically what here we've got. There we go. Okay. I did a 90-day scan on his personal profile. Michael has a total amount of about 950 friends, and looky here. It tells you how many people are actively following him. Can everyone see that clearly?
I can't wait to look at this, eh?
I'm not joking, guys. Has anyone noticed my following over the last couple of days is halved? Has anyone noticed that? I don't know whether anyone pays attention to my shit, but I had 5,000 friends, maxed it out. Not about that life anymore. Gone. 2,800 currently. And it's all because of the software. And basically, what we saw, and I was hoping I could run this analysis using my YunaPRO software, but with Michael's Facebook account, and we were able to do so, is so we could see here. Now, looky, obviously the main follower of Michael is me, basically. All right, I'm going to load up 100 here. And Michael then went to go and break down these people who are actually following his profile and interacting, right, with his profile. Now, Matt, here's math, dude. Yours would be unreal to scrape with this.
You can go in if you want. I can give you a shit and you can go into it.
Yeah, I know I can, but I'm going to use Michael for this. So basically, what it shows you is this, and this is where it's not exposing all of Facebook's flaws, algorithm-wise. You know by looking at this that Sue, ironically Hodge, right? So Michael Hodge is a family member supporting. You know that the people here that are supporting are probably going to see more of your content, which means that you can get an insight to the algorithms without fully exposing them illegally or doing things that Instagram and Facebook don't want you to do. Does that make sense, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see how good your algorithm's performing based on how many people are following. Now, if we scroll past the first page, you're going to see just zeros.
Is this just for Facebook?
Yes, it is. Sorry, Instagram queen.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, I know. It's just for Facebook. Yeah, it's just for Facebook. Otherwise, I would tell you straight away, you can call me Facebook king. You're an Instagram queen. Look, unfortunately, yes. But like I said, it is what it is. All these zeros, guys, right? And then Michael then went to go and tell me like who these guys are, blah, blah, blah. These guys are pointless in your following, right? I can guarantee you people like Phil Perg, Matt here as well. Tane, yours will be okay because Tane, hope you're well, brother, as well. And congrats on the win, brother, at the weekend, dude. Well done, well done. Dude, yours will be okay. Yours will be okay. So what it's going to show you though is look at this number here, guys. Tell me, anyone know a way where you could see that number through looking at your Facebook? Do you
No.
think it's influential seeing that number? Matt, do you think you seeing that number would be even more influential to your current presence online?
Yeah, because I'd delete them all.
Exactly. My man. Okay, so here we go, right?
I'm not on Facebook to make friends.
Now we are, aren't we? That's
We are, but you know what I mean? Like if they're not active and not into like I could tell you almost who interacts with mine on a day-to-day basis because I have so many people comment on my stuff. But yeah, like I would go straight away. That I'd spend a whole day just deleting whatever because then it opens up more room for me to go add people.
Yeah, 100%. Now, here is something that we can do as well. At the bottom, there's a little green button here, and I'm going to focus all of what we're doing here on this software because you can't do this on Facebook. And then, like I said, some other stuff here that we're going to go through. We can do both. And I did mention last week, I'm not capping this at an hour, guys. This seminar, if you want to hang around for it, it's too valuable. I'm not cutting it short. We're going to go for probably at least another half an hour at least, right? So what we're doing here is scanning by date. So this software, what it enables you to do with YunaPRO is actually see when you added these people so that you can go to the back of the list and start removing the dead wood so that you're not removing your most current followers. Does that make sense? Yeah, thumbs, people, thumbs, I need thumbs. Thank you. All right, so with that being said, I have put a module in the portal called Removing the Dead Wood. People seen that one before? Thumbs if you have, right? So thank you. So this does that for you. So what we can do is tell the software how many people to remove and click go, and it will do it on autopilot for you. Based on them not following you, being worthless to you, not enabling Facebook to give you gold stars, which give you bigger muscles. Does this all make sense? When you have this shit down pat, your Facebook will blow up. Now, here we go. Perfect timing. Look at all these here, 5+ years old, right? And number of engagements, all 0, ironically. Now, as I said before, I don't recommend if you've got a small audience to start culling because you need an element of authority. And like, if people see you've only got 100 Facebook friends, so if Michael was to remove 800 and just keep his like an 85, 95 or whatever it is active, I wouldn't recommend that, right? His interactions wouldn't change, but it wouldn't, to new people, to new prospects, it wouldn't look as attractive seeing him only have 100 friends. So if you've got less than 1,000, don't cull, just keep growing. Authority, was that the word, man? Whatever it was, but yeah, Matt.
Yeah, I was going to say, what's a small following? Because I got
small following is 1,000. So
yeah,
anyone that's under 1,000, you got work to put in.
Yeah,
I mean that in the nicest possible way. Like, what do you want me to say? Oh, sorry to tap on your toes. I don't give a shit. I'm being honest with you. You got a small following if you got under 1,000 friends. And this is, guys, I think you'd love me for it, really. Me being bluntly honest with you guys. Is like,
I think
would you rather me be blunt, or would you want me to tell you that you're fucking amazing and you're doing well, you got 20 followers? Like, come on. Like, you know what I mean? So we got work to do. We got to put in work. There are coaches on here. Leah is one, and Charmaine. You deserve to have 4,000 to 5,000. You don't. So it's time to put in work. You guys are phenomenal coaches. Both of you make over 6 figures, ironically, right? We need to put you on the map. It's that simple. This is going to help do it. So what we can start doing here is you can basically click, select all, and relating back to how to do this organically, guys, just so that the link is there. This is what's cutting the dead wood. This is what we're doing here. You go unfriend. I'm not going to do that to Michael, but you go unfriend and it's going to remove everyone. Okay, it's that simple. Does that make sense? Now, you wouldn't know who to unfriend without unfriending potential followers of yours unless you had software. Does that make sense? To see who's engaged and who's not. Like, this is endless, guys, the value this gives you. Now, I'm going to move on next to something else. And we're going to cancel friend requests. I don't know whether you remember, but recently I talked about having outstanding friend requests, and there is a training called canceling friend requests on the portal. Does anyone remember when, I think it was Matt Dart who said he had over 1,000 pending friend requests? Does anyone remember that? Thumbs, yeah, a couple people. Over this thing here, like, you want to talk about Facebook golden stars and getting bigger muscles? This is freaking pivotally important, guys. Pivotally. When Facebook sees that people don't want to accept your friend requests, do you think they're going to give you gold stars or not? No. It shows that people don't like you. That's what it shows, right? So what we've got to do is, and if you want to take note of this, this is really important. Like at the end, if I remember to, I'll wrap it all up with this. You don't want to bite off more than you can chew. So you want to have a constant circle going round. Like what I recommend when I mean this is like add 50 people, 25 of them will accept your friend request. We're then going to message them, which I'm going to show you how we do with the software in a second. Build rapport consistently with them. Never come across salesy and sleazy. You let your content do the selling. And of all the people that just don't interact, you cut them. You always want to keep a cycle of this going around and consistently keep this number down, right? See what that number is there, guys? What is the number? 757 people. Michael Hodge, and this is nothing against Michael, he's told me I could talk about this with you guys. Michael has 900 friends. Facebook knows that there's a 50-50 chance that when he sends a friend request, people aren't going to like him. So do you think they're going to give, and it's not because they're not going to like him as a dude, he's fucking awesome. I love the guy anyway, and all of you guys would too, but it doesn't look good. Does that make sense? If people don't want to accept your friend request, you only want to have this loop going around for a certain while before you delete or remove the friend requests. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this manually quickly. Would you like me to do this manually so you guys have got something to take away without the software straight away? Thumbs. I need at least 10 thumbs. I can only see 4, 5, 6.
I do this twice a week.
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Thumbs. Okay. We'll close this down.
And then the other day when they after they soft blocked me, I removed everybody so I could see if I could get more going again.
There you go. And this is huge, huge. So you can see here down.
Simon, let me ask you something. Are we going to get this software, or?
I highly recommend every single one of my clients gets this software. It's $1,000 USD for a year, right? $1,000.
Can't hear you, Simon.
Kelly, ask him.
You got me?
Okay, now say it again, please.
This software, I highly recommend every single client gets. Every single person on this call is making enough money, bar a few people that have just started with me, literally, is making enough money to invest into this software. If you want to prospect and take your prospecting online to the next level, this is going to save you hundreds and hundreds of hours. I'm telling you right now, it's a wise investment for your business. It's $1,000 USD. It's per year. So that gets you a year. It's going to save you a lot of time. All right. It's that simple. But I'm going to show people how to prospect or how to cancel their pending friend request now. So about 1,440 AUD. That's correct, Rob. Well put for people in Australia. Can people see my Facebook page? I'm going to continue on with this, right? 2,900. So we called 2,000 friends in the last week. Notice how what I didn't do as well, guys. You didn't see a post from me going, who wants to stay connected? Drop a like if you want to stay connected. Is anyone there saying, like, people put these posts up going, if you want to still be my friend? I don't give a if you want to be my friend or not. I like, and it's not about like, I would rather you stuck around, but those people that are putting stuff like that up there, all they're trying to do is get the algorithms to work in their favor. They don't give a crap about you. And that's why I didn't put it up, because I care about everyone, but if you're not bringing anything to the table, like Matt said very well, you can get gone, right? I'm trying to offer value to you, and this is what all you guys should be at. The content that you're posting is to offer value. If you can't help people and they can't see all right? They can't see, right? And what is this bye-bye friends I added when I was, what was that, Tay? Yeah, from when you were 12, you're not bringing nothing to my table anymore. I'm trying to help people. This data that I'm getting means you're gone. And look, there's a lot of people that used to be friends with blah, blah, blah. But again, we don't care about what other people think about us. We're trying to help people and impact lives. And it's that simple. So anyway, look, 2,900 friends. We're going to click on this. Okay. Suzanne, look, you're my top friend. But anyway, where we go? We're going to go friend requests here. Friend requests. View sent friend requests. And it's going to tell you 48 is 2 off the circle. So I have a personal assistant who runs this for me. In time, you guys can do this. Dan Pardo, this is something we would leverage out coming up pretty quickly. Phil Perg, we would get this leveraged out pretty quickly. Even Tay, Leah especially as well, like in time, this is something we would get leveraged out in time. But I have a circle of 50. You know, I told you about the loop. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Add 50 and then wait for 25, 35 people to accept the friend request. Those extra 15 to 20 that don't, like give them 2-3 days and then get them gone. I always want to keep this number below 50. Give people 2 days to respond. And if not, you're going to start canceling these people, because if they aren't accepting in 2 days, they ain't going to accept. And it's as simple as that, right? Anyone says they don't check their Facebook in 2 days, they're lying, unless they're not on Facebook. Everyone checks it every 2 freaking minutes, right? And that's what most people would do. So that's how you cull these guys. What's this? Aaron, take yourself off mute, brother, and say it out loud, dude. How are we, man? Look, ads, that's it. I got you, bro. What's up? Anything? Not too sure. Okay, let me have a look at this thing real quick. Yeah, it's up front, no monthlies. This is another thing. It's up front, no monthlies. If anyone wants the software to once-off purchase, it's no monthlies. And this is something that I think it's actually good. The guys who came up with this is an investment. You need to commit to it and get it done. I think it's one of those things. Just pay for this thing, and that's what I would say there. So, all right. Talking about adding friends now, guys. Let's get stuck in here. Someone there. All right, that's right. Now, so we can unfriend people, okay, and we can see who's following us, so we can reduce our following straight away, guys. This is where we're up to. What we're going to now do is grow the Facebook audience, right? Let's get stuck in. Now, what we're going to go for here, guys, is simple. We're going to prospect or gain friends by groups. Now, what I recommend all of you guys do is this. You need to find out where your ideal client hangs out online. Matt Burton is in a very good position where it's very obvious to see that his niche is powerlifting, right? So for Matt, just briefly for the guys, do you prospect? Where do you prospect from? Tell the guys. Don't give away all your secrets, bro, but
I'm happy to give it away. I just go once every morning before I start work, I go, when I start work, I jump on the computer. First thing I do is go straight onto Facebook, check all my messages, and then I go straight into search bar and I type in powerlifting gyms, press pages, go pages, find a gym I haven't gone to somewhere. I go a different state every day. So I've got it worked out, like Monday, I go Queensland, Tuesdays, New South Wales, and then I go Melbourne, and just pick gyms in different thing. And then I go to the like photos, and I go on the photos and I just like everyone. I add everyone in a row up to a certain amount every day.
Who have liked the photos on the page.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So if someone's got a post up on, say, for example, a gym in Melbourne is Pro Raw Gym, I'll go on their page and I'll go like into their photos and look for something that's similar to like a deadlift or something, and just boom, just add people off that.
Okay. This is crucially important, guys, right? Again, Matt's niche is simple. It's powerlifting. Makes it easy for him. If you help anybody, it is actually easier to grow a friends list because you don't need to be picky. The good thing about Matt is that he can be picky Therefore, the percentage chance of him actually getting friend accepted or friend requests accepted is higher. Does that make sense?
The same thing goes for anybody else. Like if you're a general population, you just go on to a local general population gym.
That's correct.
Just go to World Gym or something and just add people off World Gym, add people off Anytime Fitness, but like I try and do local first, and then I go from there because I want more people local at the moment. So
yeah, we got a game plan, brother. So yeah, look, with that being said, that's massively important. Michael Hodge, bro, this is for you, dude. What he said there, Matt said, about adding people from local gyms and starting off small, that's huge for you, bro, because they'll be able to then see that you're obviously local. This is huge for all of you guys, but Michael, in relation to what we were saying before, like go into pages and do that manually, right? I'm going to show you quickly, guys, how to do that before I show you what we're going to do with groups here. So what Matt's saying is this. So you type in Anytime Fitness, you go into a gym. This is so easy, all of this. You go into here and you like these gym pages, a lot of the time are shit, just like this one. So they don't have any likes. So I'm going to use a different one. You just type a gym in. Don't want you because you were rubbish. You can go to pages. Let's have a look at this. Same one. Type in a gym. Anybody that interacts, here you go, 16, click the likes. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, don't care who they are. There's one thing that I would look at though, guys. Look and see if they're coaches. That's your only red flag. Don't add business coaches, okay? But that's how you do it via pages. Does that make sense? Yeah, it's like thumbs, people, thumbs. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay, it does. Cool. So that's that. Now, what we want to do is groups. What we're going to do is this. In here, rather than doing that manually, what we do here is this. We went and added 5 groups. So we were at 10 earlier on, but we've now gone up to 15. What we're going to do is this. So I told Michael, who coaches Gen Pop, to go and enter worldwide fitness groups because he's an online coach, but starting smaller is better. Local demographic is better than broad demographic in the beginning. Keep that in mind. Geraldton, health and fitness, Tane, right? If there's anything such thing. Adelaide, fitness. For Nath, for Avi, for all you guys, you get the point. Start local, go bigger. Minimum of 1,000 members per group, guys. Really important. What we're going to do here is I'm going to tell the software to add 20 friends. I want the software to leave a delay of 5 to 10 seconds between friend adds, and I only want it to add people who have stuff in common. Pretty cool, right? Then what you're going to do is select a group and you're going to hit launch. What this basically does, it takes all of the hands off the table, and then it's going to go into this group, which we got in there with 20,000 people, and then bang, it's going to start sending requests. Now, I did this before with Michael, and it added 20 friends in a minute, something like that. It saves time. It saves time, guys. It's that.
What does it do? How does it add people off based off?
Don't worry about it, bro. It just doesn't.
I'm just curious, like based off like why does it select people that are more sufficient to who you are or what your niche is? Or
it will go off mutual interest. So for you, bro, that will be very, very powerful because of the powerlifting, right?
Yeah.
But what you can do, this isn't doing it now unless I hit start. What I recommend, all right, is going through, and for example, for Michael, obviously you can be friends with Leah, but Leah, who's actually in here somewhere, yeah. So Michael and Leah, you're both in here today. She's a client of mine, she's a coach. You could connect with Leah because you're both working with me, but at the same time, not going to be beneficial to your audience, right? Although most of you guys like a lot of each other's stuff, so that is beneficial for algorithm purposes. So what you could go through here is this. So for example, Marlene Moore, she's probably a coach. She's in shape, right? Wouldn't add her. Instead of letting the software do this, you could go through manually and just make sure, do you know what I'm saying, Matt? Go manually.
Yeah.
You use the software to fast track the startup process, but then you can go through manually and then add people like this. Works at Alliance Express Urgent Care in Dublin. Yeah, I'd just go bang. I'd add them.
Do you know what's funny is like I don't even like I do a spray gun effect.
Yeah.
I just fucking add everyone and then like just go through and inbox everyone and then like whoever doesn't respond to me, I just delete them.
I'm telling you, it's a very, very good approach to have. And this is the thing. That's driven by a very, very reliable and priceless attribute, which is I don't give a shit what other people think about me. I'm doing what I'm doing to help people. And me and Matt both share that common drive. Would you say that, brother?
Yeah, for sure. 100%. But like it's at the end of the day, like if you don't have the time to respond back to me, I don't want you on my Facebook.
That's exactly right. And it sounds horrible, but here's the thing, guys. It's purely business. And people this is the thing, over time, and Matt's already starting to see this in like a few months that we've been working with each other, you will have that many people that will interact, that you'll then get so many interactions, your Facebook algorithms will be put on the map. And then ironically, Matt, as he says in his own words, can pick and choose when he signs people. Yeah.
Like for example, I had a busy, an example to give to guys. I had a busy like couple of weeks. I had clients competing every week. So I kept my social media stuff to a minimum to keep the algorithm going. And then last week I was like, cool, comps are over. Boom, we're going back into it. I locked in 4 calls within 2 days.
There you go. And it's just by picking it up again. So you can kind of choose at will when you want to do it. This next thing, guys, here, because I want to be weary of time, right, is gaining friends by posts. So this software, this is actually even more powerful than the groups, right? What this can do is simple. If you've got in your interests section on your Facebook profile that you're interested in the gym, if you're interested in weight loss, nutrition, you tell Facebook what you're interested in terms of fitness. You will be targeted by Facebook people running ads to promote health and fitness products to you, and potential other business coaches who are going to try and target you as clients. Now, what you can do here is this. See this? See how it's flashing red? Right?
Yep.
This, Matt, this would be huge for you, brother. I'm really glad that you're engaged with me on this one. You can prospect by all of the people who somebody else has paid to get, and you can steal them all as more intimate connections, as friends, start rapport building process with them. Matt, this is a game changer for you, this software, bro. I'm not even joking. Like it's a game changer. It will save you time, it will speed everything up. But for example, let's go, I was going to use this example today, like with Michael Hodge. I told him, has anyone heard of 75 Hard? The program? Yeah.
No.
Like, so has anyone heard of like Good Life gyms? Yeah. You should have heard of Good Life fucking gyms, right? If Good Life are running ads and they have 300 people like it when they're advertising gym memberships, if you go and add the people that they've paid to generate 300 likes, do you think those people are interested in getting in shape?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think it would be worth you prospecting those people?
Of course it would be.
It's a no-brainer. You ain't going to get that data unless you can obviously use this. So this is how, with Facebook pages doing what Matt does every day, targeting gyms, powerlifting gyms. Combine that with the groups and combine with the prospecting by post tool here, you can start to find the right people. Does anyone have questions about how to find the right people?
I have a question, Simon.
Yeah.
So with this, is it like hard to set up for, let's say Kelly and I, would this be something that's, difficult and taking all our time? Do you think it'd be worth it?
Of course it's worth it. 100% it's worth 100% it's worth it for every single person on this call. If you can afford $1,000, get it done. And like it's especially for you and Kelly, because first and foremost, we don't have foot traffic. Jono, really important for. Sebastian, for you, 100%. Matt Burton, 100% for you. Charmaine, probably for us. Do you know what I mean? Dan Pardo, you want to put another fucking element of steroids into your marketing system now? I'm telling you, bro, like, because you're generating a lot of leads at the moment, bro. You want to put that shit on steroids even more, man. This is for you. Leah, like anyone that's on this call, I'd tell you if I was going to waste your time, right? This is for all of you guys. All the training, so you get all the training with this when you set it up, but I'll show you how to coach. I'll coach you how to do it anyway. And with all this stuff, if you were to get it. But yeah, it's going to save you time, guys. Massive amount of time. So let me just recap so far what we've got. You got a personalized profile, which is set up perfectly. You're posting the right content, right? You've added the right people. You've deactivated, you've unfollowed people that aren't worthwhile being in your audience. You know who they are. And you canceled all of your pending friend requests after giving them 2 days to accept. Does that make sense, guys? Are we following here? Right. You added loads of people. How do we start the DMing process, right? Now, here's what we do. This software also DMs people on scale, on autopilot. So Matt, this is another big one for you, brother. Simple. This is how we do this. So message broadcasts. Actually, we're going to go with, so broadcast messages. Here, you can see lists of messages that I've sent out to people, all right, that are all based on these credentials down below. So you want to send a message broadcast list to your recently added friends. All right, now what I would do personally, and this is where I'm going to talk briefly about delayed fuse. Delayed fuse. Matt, how long do you leave before you message people, bro?
Well, I guess it just depends. Like sometimes it's 24 to 48 hours.
Okay, that's the answer. Never get a friend request accepted and hit them straight away. If you do that, fuse tolerance with people online is this big. It's this big. What you're doing by messaging someone as soon as they basically accept is you're lighting that fuse right at the end next to the dynamite. It's going to blow up in your face, and no one wants that. You've basically just confirmed what they're thinking. This person, all right, I'll accept and see if they're like all the other sleaze balls out there who's going to fucking force feed me something down my throat. You're not doing that, all right? This is the really important part of what we're going to be going through now, guys, and this is how to follow up with people. 24-hour delay, and then you send a message like this. So do you want to send it to people who you're already in conversation with? No, because you might already have had some people reach out to you. So select that. The maximum amount of messages, depending on your Facebook flex. So if you've got less than 1,000 friends, I would only do 10. All right. And if you're doing this manually or with the software, keep that in mind. How long do you want to wait to send intervals between messages? Go with minimum of 5, maybe 15 seconds. All right. And this is the software is going to do this for you. And you're going to use a templated message, which I've already scripted in here, which is called the WhatsApp message. Now, the WhatsApp message is simple.
The only problem with this is that I would find is because you're sending out the WhatsApp message, like can you put their first name? Does this actually put their first name in it? Like where it says first name there? Does that automatically put their name in there?
That's a question, bro. Already there, done. Of course it does.
Oh, cool. Because I was going to say, like, I actually typed everyone's name in and I was like, because you don't want it to look like you're just speaking.
100%. Now, I'm logged in on Michael's account. Otherwise, I would show you my account where it says with the messages, what's up, Charmaine, what's up, Matt, what's up, Anthony, whatever, right? And it's personalized. You send these out, okay? If they respond to the message, you then take over live in your Facebook Messenger. You're going to interact by dropping a love heart on their messages and then respond back. Then you need to be the person. This is huge. You need to be the person to stop communicating with them. Stop communicating with your prospects. Is there any freaking coach out there? I can see the confusion on Kelly and Suzanne's faces when I say stop messaging your prospects. Matt, you know what I'm talking about when I say this. Stop messaging them because they're expecting you to keep going. So don't do that. Stop. What we then do, guys, is something that you cannot use the software for. And we're then going to go into DMing, all right, and rapport building on a higher level. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to see, okay, so what we got. So, so here's someone that my assistant has been on to people with, all right. Now, I'm not going to do this with Alexandra. Let's see if my assistant has prospected correctly. Okay, so it looks like she might be a PT. Jim is my sanctuary. Okay, whatever. What we then do, guys, and this is where no one is doing this shit right in the whole industry. It takes time. Cry me a river. You're just going to have to put the time into it. And this is why you put it in your time management, guys. It's that simple. If you go in cold, you're just going to come across the wrong prospects. You've got to do this. What you're going to do is you're going to start finding in here. She's not a good enough example. Let's see who else we got here. Let's have a look here. Chantel Watson. Okay. You need to find something like, okay, so see this stuff here, guys. Good Life Health Clubs, fitness instructor and personal trainer. For me, being someone who shows in-house, i.e. Good Life, personal trainers like that, how to grow their business, this is a perfectly selected prospect for me. What we do is this, we like that, right? And what we're doing here, guys, is you're giving them a reason. I spoke with Michael about this before. You're giving them a reason to keep your name in their head. Giving them a reason to keep your name in their head. Look at the confusion on Kelly's face. Like that's pretty deep right there. Now, this, you won't get caught, you won't get coached this by anyone else. I'm telling you right now, you won't. You need them to be thinking of you, okay? And you've got to be persistent with it. Now, what you also got to do is make something personal. What's this here? Is that client maybe? Not Mother's Day. You need to obviously relate it to something in their life or what they're doing. Now, you guys will be different. I'm looking for PT stuff, but you're just going to like a post like I've done. Then what you do is wait again. Wait again. Repeat process until you found something where you can use as an excuse to reach out to them. So if I was going to reach out to this person, Chantel, this is what I would say. I would go in here, wherever she was. Okay, it's not going to load. Oh, there it is. I would go in here anyway, and I would say, Chantel, what's happening? How's everything going at Good Life in Perth? I coach quite a few clients in XYZ Perth exact locations, right? Are you in any of these clubs by any chance? It makes it ridiculously personalized. Even that message right there, guys, is quite forward, right? It's quite forward, and I probably wouldn't attack it that exact way. But what I'm doing is, like, if I get anyone in Melbourne, what I'm saying subtly to them is, what's up, my man? Hopefully you're well. Hope everything's going good. How bad is this Melbourne weather now that we've hit winter, right? And you just, they will know, how the hell does this guy know that I'm in Melbourne, first and foremost? Number two, he must have had a look at my profile, which he's, number three, taken time to do to get to number four, know them personally and talk about them. That's the biggest point. Get to know them personally and like take an interest in them. People love speaking about themselves, guys. They love speaking about themselves, and it is literally that simple. There's nothing else to it. From here, the conversation can go off on many different tangents. Many different tangents. Matt.
To say this, like that exact before where girl put up about her previous powerlifting meet that she wanted to be back to. When I was at the end of the phone call with her to sign her up this week, she actually said to me, she's like, so many people reached out to me and said, hey, come back and train. She's like, but you're the only person that reached out to me and said they wanted to help me. So like, I locked her in as a client because of that.
Personal.
Because I cared.
It's the difference is that he cares. The difference is because it's personal.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's even a case of like, you don't even speak about getting them back. It's like, what are your goals changed at the moment? Like, have your goals changed? What are you up to? Like, what's everything going? Like, how's your lifting? Like, taking an interest into them before anything actually happens. Do you know what I mean? And this is like, if you do what Matt's doing, and obviously you're idolizing Matt here, but he's the only one on this call that's online, that's doing things at a bigger scale. When you take the level of care that he does and what me and my team do here to obviously do things at my scale, like, you know, you can't not win, guys. You can't not win. And it literally is that simple. And you can literally start being yourself over time. You combine that with growing the audiences, posting all your content, all right, and doing this at scale, your social media will take off. And it's that simple. It really is that simple. And there's nothing else to it. The main thing here is that follow-up process though, as well. When you go through the streams of actually inviting people or friend requesting them, leaving it 24 hours, then the first message, then leaving it 24 hours, then liking something, then leaving it 24 hours. If you get people respond to your messages, do you think that that gives Facebook the opportunity to reward you with gold stars or take them away? Well, they're going to reward you because it shows, number one, that they've accepted your friend request, which means that you are friend worthy. And then number two, that basically they want to be your friend and they're interacting with you. So then it's going to help you even more, continue to grow the following more. And you do this over persistency and consistency periods of like 3 to 4 months. It completely changes your social media, especially when you have insights like the whole this stuff. If you didn't have the insight into how many people were active, guys, you would think that these amounts would be active and that you'd only have that amount of inactive, when the harsh reality is that, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. All of you guys need eyes over it. It literally is that simple. I think to continue, we're going to go just 2 seconds more here about the messaging service, the messaging stuff, and then we're going to put it into like a very quick daily ritual. You'd never push, your content does the selling, which means that when you do this process, it holds you accountable to post content. Content like Charmaine's, amazing content like Matt's, content like Tane's, who's documenting his fitness journey at the moment in his boxing with his fights. People are going to love that sort of stuff. Make them see that you are who you are. Content like Kelly, or mainly Suzanne that I've seen, that's posting about their clients and them training clients. This is what you need to post, social proof that you're actually good at what you're doing. That's why, guys, when you see me post like almost arrogantly, and it's not, but I just don't care about getting through to people that I am the coach that they need. And I think you guys would probably vouch for me. And in that sense, I don't care about people seeing black and white. I'm fucking good at what I do. That's it. I don't care. You guys need to be the same thing. And if people don't like it because they think it's big-headed, well, they're probably hating on you because they're not really happy with where they're at in their lives. And it is that simple. Matt, is there anything you'd add on that, brother? You had some haters before, my friend?
Nah. That's all I can say is just be kind of like be consistent. Like, for example, like it's just a matter of making it a part of your daily routine. And that's like, for me, I personally just do it every day. Like, and I just make it a part of my routine and just make sure it's priority, because it's I literally, it flows into everything I do. Because obviously I've always had good content creation. I always put out consistent content every day, like whether it be 5 to 6 days a week, there's something new going up on my page. So like when I start adding people, they're getting value straight away as well. So
Really
they're getting value every day. And so when I do inbox them, the first thing I get a response from is like honestly, and I'm not trying to, I hate talking about my own stuff because I don't like to sound like I'm fucking boasting about what I do, but first responses I get is, I love your content, keep doing it. It's good to see that someone's putting out good stuff about mental health, that type of stuff. And then the other thing is, I already listened to your podcast. I love the content you put out. So like I've already kind of sold people already because I already had the foundation before. So if you build a lot of content and you're putting that type of stuff out, people are like going to engage with you.
100%. Content, without content, guys, stripping it right back to the beginning, like when I said about Phil's profile, Matt, Charmaine's, Tane will answer your question, bro. Without content, you're screwed. You're screwed without content. This is why it holds you accountable to doing it. Tane, what you got, brother?
Right, so the part that content and that is finding that line between, like how you mentioned about telling my story, right? So like all my stuff's about like boxing and speak in a way where it's going to connect with the audience, where it doesn't feel like fuck, half the time when I'm just talking to self like motivated posting, which finding a way to talk about my story in a way that's going to connect with the audience or connect with potential clients instead of feeling.
Yeah, I think I get you, bro. You're a little bit patchy. Was that just me who he was patchy to, or was that everyone?
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I got you though, bro. I got you, dude. Don't change anything with your content. Your content's perfect. So what you could do with the quality of your content is like when you post about your clients, like you could relate. How do you even say it, man? Like you could relate your fighting to just all-round general health and fitness, conditioning, strength, cardiovascular improvement. Like, do you know what I mean? It's ironic that what we're doing in the gym, bro, is we're helping a wide range of people, and we haven't been specific with a niche. Like, I don't even think you need to change anything, bro. Your interactions are killer, dude. And keep posting, because you've got a lot of people following your journey. And as long as people are following your journey, but then your next posts are then about the clients, people, like I said, give people a reason to think about Tane. Like some of their stuff. Okay, just one little like. Oh, Tane's like my stuff. Oh, isn't that the guy who's? That's all you need. That's what you're playing with this.
Yeah.
I'm coaching you how to control people's mind, guys. When you learn how to master the subconscious, you are invincible. And like I said to you, the most valuable data out there is human data, because when these big corporations buy you, it's that simple. I go and watch The Social Dilemma and shit on Netflix like that. We don't even need to get into that, but like they're buying you. Anything that you're signing up to that's free, like a social media platform, the reason why it's free is because you are the fucking product. And whether you like it or not, that's the truth. What I'm trying to show you how to do is do what they're doing. With, you know how if you say like Bunnings, I'll see an ad on Bunnings come up on my fucking phone.
I just think sausage.
Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not joking. Like, everyone know what I'm saying when I say that? Like,
yeah. Wait, mate, they listen to everything.
They listen to everything. What I'm trying to get you to do is the same thing, but with your prospects. Just a little like. It's like just a little tickle. You just leave it there and watch what happens. If you then keep posting about everyone, then you sign up more clients, then your clients, like all you guys do with me, right? You guys, and I really appreciate it because it helps a lot. When you guys like my content and I do the same with you, what that is showing many people that there are lots of people that like this person's content. So it's got a lot more legs to it. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
So like, at what point, like, would you put content that's like story worthy and post worthy?
What's the difference? What's the difference? What's post worthy and what?
Well, so when you post it on a story, it's only for 24 hours, but you could.
Okay, like, all I would do, simple answer for this one. Great question, Cal. Anything that you post as a post it as a story, let it go for 24 hours, and then it will remove itself. So just post both. I don't use any stories. I probably should, probably could, probably would. Maybe it's something the PA can do. Like, but
people see more stories than they actually do.
They do. Reels are getting really popular these days as well. 100%. Like, just put. This is why I said before, right?
Reels are like the thing on Instagram. It fucking does my head in.
They are, man, and they freaking get you. You go down a freaking rabbit hole with that shit, and then you're like, "What am I doing with my life?" Like, you know. Man. And you see a reel of Bunnings pop up, and then you're like, "What the fuck?" Yeah.
I'm a YouTube long format, so I fucking hate reels. Like, but I have to make them. So
yeah,
to get engagement. So
so look, like I said, guys, like whatever you do on Facebook, do on Instagram, do it all over Facebook, all over it. stories, reels, page posts, groups, like do whatever you do it on all of it. And then the same with Instagram, just copy it across. Like at the end of the day, show people that you're badass bitches and badass motherfuckers. That's it.
One thing about Facebook that I have noticed, Simon, is that the more you write stuff like in long format, the more engagement you get compared to posting videos and short format things.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I can write like a full essay and post it, and I'll get like 25, 30 likes, post one video and get 40 likes.
I think that probably has a lot to do with your engaged following who follow you and take a lot of note, because you, dude, your audience is engaged. Yeah. So I'm like, dude, you post something about like a deadlift or anything like that and a story behind it, and what makes you go and train on the days you don't want to, like you did.
Yeah, that type of stuff. Like it gets massive engagement. But then, like, for example, I'll post a reel. It's like a reel I made because I make all my reels on a program, not on actual reel. And then I'll post it on my thing and I'll get like 40 likes and no one will comment. So
yeah, no, 100%. I agree.
I feel like it's not my content. I feel like it's Facebook because it's more of a written page rather than Instagram, like being more of a visual, like video, photo type thing.
Yeah, no,
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
So we put out like training certain clients about what else could I add to it?
Yeah, so this is great. So I talk about this in the portal, guys, but this is what I would do. Basically, screenshots of messages with clients, testimonial videos of clients. You after a session with the girls in your gym, like this, or all of you going like that, right? Like whatever. Just get photos with you and your clients that show people. You've got to think about it like this, guys. The best content communicates and sticks in people's subconscious. What do you want people to know? You want people to know that you're good at what you do. What shows people? So Michael Hodge, this is freaking huge for you, brother, because a lot of your guys aren't on Facebook, right? And they're face-to-face clients, right? You take photos with each and every one of your clients after their sessions, doing some freaking poses or whatever you want to do, put a little spiel about them, and you post that. It shows people that you are coaching people, that looks pretty fun, what they're doing as well, which is super powerful. And again, it looks like everyone is smiling, and these people, again, are getting results. But then, yeah, screenshots of messages, testimonial videos, before and after photos. You can even screenshot like page reviews, but you don't want to blow smoke up your own ass too much. Tay, what do you got?
You can ask your gym managers to take some photos of you as well while you're
exactly.
them, if you can't, because that's what I used to get to do.
Always do that. So Kel, go and take photos of your mom and vice versa. And Tay, you're dead right. With what you said about before, Tay, notice how there's no element of resistance with Matt. And I'm again, not to idolize him too much, and there's none with me here. Like, if you have any elements of resistance around posting, guys, and you don't want to talk about it here, talk to me about it. But I'm telling you, take it out of the equation.
No, I know I definitely have had resistance with Facebook about posting. And then I had a question about like, what about all the friends from Facebook that, you've had there forever, that you went to school with? And then I was like, wait, but I don't even talk to them anymore. So like, why would I care about deleting them?
They aren't even
looking at my content anyway. So who cares?
See it. This is, people think like, oh my God, I've got 1,500 friends. Look at what the software just showed you.
Yeah.
Those people aren't seeing you. It's pointless. Why do you think I've removed more friends than what most of you guys here have got? To be honest with you, probably more than what any of you have got here. I've removed as friends in the last 7 days. Why have I done that? Because they ain't seeing anything. Think about it, right? And now I'm going to have to rebuild it, but I'm going to rebuild it. And no one's going to stop me from doing that, because I'm driven and I'm hungry and I'm fucking here to help people. And this is what you guys need to be motivated by, helping people. So, right, we're going to wrap this, but quickly. Daily ritual. Number 1, right? Always collect content. Number 2, post content, right? Don't post daily though, but like I'd once every 2 to 3 days. Daily ritual though, add friends. Based on Facebook Flex. how much power you've got, right? 24-hour delay, right? And then the daily ritual then is to be messaging people from 24 hours before with a simple touch-based message, which is, hey, hopefully you're well. 1 second, guys. Hey, hopefully you're well. Hopefully everything is going amazing in your world. Have a great day. Leave it again, few days. All right, then unfriend, right? Unfriend the people that from 2 days ago didn't accept the friend requests, right? Then like prospects posts to make them subconsciously think about you. And then send them a message a few days later with a personalized post about them. Repeat. Never, ever bring up coaching. I guarantee they will bring it up. I tell that to you in the beginning, Matt. I said, never bring it up and watch what happens. And it just start coming to life.
Yeah, so what I don't ever bring up coaching, and I'll just say, hey, how's training going? And then I'll literally say to them, or like once conversation, I feel they trust me, I just say, oh, do you have a coach? And they're like, if they say, no, I don't have a coach, I just train at the moment, that's when I might bring up coaching.
That's it, yeah. When you feel like they trust you is what you said, right?
But a lot of them I just like set the water and then they contact me. My prime example is, man, I just had someone message me then. So,
well,
and I'm not even just being a smart ass, like literally just had someone message me who wants to do a phone call at 12:30. So like, it's a matter of just like planting the seed, literally.
That's what we're doing here. Is a great way he's put it there, planting the seed and just following this up on autopilot. If you want to do it at scale and faster, so anyone under 1,000 friends, that software is necessity. It's $1,000 investment. Whether you make it now, whether you do it in a year, I'm telling you, the sooner the better, because this stuff you've got to be persistent and consistent with. And if you're all busy, you do it with the software. I wouldn't be able to do what I do at scale. I can't remove 3,000 friends in a week by doing it manually. Like, what do you think? I'm going to pay someone to sit and just go 3,500 times without getting Facebook blocked? Like, doesn't work. You just pay the money, you just get it done. It's investment into your social media, which will take your marketing to a whole nother level. People like Anthony on this call, Rob on this call, Tane, Leah, Dan Pardo, like face-to-face trainers, Tay, all of you guys are face-to-face. If you even incorporate this on top of what you've got organic marketing wise in your business, like it's too much. They're like talking about like the marketing loops that we've already put together. But here's the thing, too much is still not enough, because there's infinite amount of people to help. It's
I know
just a game changer.
I know people that spend thousands of dollars on marketers and like to grow their business. And I'm like, look, I just laugh at them. Like, I just think like this,
I need that.
after learning this, it's like, God, you pay someone $1,000, you could have a VA that does all this for like half that price.
Well, what we use is we use software who then goes and scrapes all the people that are spending thousands of dollars and then go and friend requests and then organically build a relationship.
Yeah.
With people who like their ads, like YunaPRO does. And it's that simple. Like, and again, we're building organic relationship here. Those Facebook ads and stuff like that, guys, anyone tells you that you need to be spending money on Facebook ads, I'm telling you, they deserve a bullet. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, they just shut them down. I think if anyone, Kelly and Suzanne will tell you firsthand from a worldwide renowned coach, right? Worldwide renowned coach who shafted them. And I'm telling you, this game is not easy. It's not easy.
Multiple coaches, like
multiple coaches, multiple. You don't need it with this shit. I'm telling you.
And I could tell you, just doing yours for a little while, we have seen a difference.
There you go. So there you go. And it's that simple because it's real and it's organic. But here's the shit thing, guys. It takes time. So I'm sorry. But this is why the software is here. So,
like you shouldn't be sorry for saying like takes time, because it takes time to build a business. Cool. If you don't want to take time to build your business, then like, why are you in this?
There you go.
It's like
feels right there, bro. That was
it's literally just a stepping stone, eh? Like, it's just another stepping stone in your direction for success. Like,
100%. 100%. So look, we're going to wrap it because it's been an hour and a half. I did say it was going to go over. Thank you for the guys of that here that's left. Seb, I'm really glad that you're still here, bro. This is huge for you. The girls from New Mexico, obviously glad you're always here with us, guys. Jono, Rob, Tane, Tay, Dan, Tash, Leah, and my man, Michael Hodge. Michael, take yourself off mute. Has this been a help, bro, for the call that we've had followed up by this one?
Yeah, specifically more with the pages and stuff rather than just the groups, that I just kind of added one more avenue of just adding.
Yeah. And again, I think like, well, you spoke to Matt. I hooked you up with Matt, and also Alex, who I'm a bit gutted who wasn't here, but he'll watch the recording.
Yeah, they kind of echoed, you kind of echoed, what they were talking about when we were in the group message the other day.
Yeah, I think it's really great as well, Michael. Dude, I'm so appreciative of your time. Michael's a fully booked trainer, guys, but he wants to start his online business with me. I think it's really good here as well, you hearing the girls from New Mexico about what they've done in terms of like paid ads and other coaching, that sort of crap. This here works, and you just got to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a pain in the ass. I'm not going to say like, but so as an entrepreneur, to being an entrepreneur, you shouldn't have signed up for the game as an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Unless you want your ads.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, look, we get to it, guys. Any other questions before we wrap this up, and then I'll upload the recording. Anyone that wants a link for this software, if you want it quick time, just message me. If not, I'm going to put it up. I don't need to tell you anything else, guys. You can't get this other than referral. I have to give you a link to it, so they can obviously thank me for bringing clientele their way. You'll then get access to all their Facebook stuff. It's an investment, and guys, like, you can.
How much Australian is it?
1400, something like that.
Fuck.
For a year. So let me break this down. 1400 a month.
Up front, or is it like a paid?
All up front. They don't do no payment programs. It's $1,000 US. Break that down. It was 1,400 AUD. Break that down by 12. It's going to be about 120 a month, roughly. Break that down into weeks. It's $30 a week. That's the way that you look at it.
My girlfriend's going to cut my balls off.
Yeah. Well, dude, don't make these sorts of commitments. Where's the wallpaper at, bro? I thought the wall.
You would not believe Bunnings is fucking me around.
Oh, okay, all
it's
right.
in the mail. Like, I literally ordered it 2 weeks ago.
Me, Pete. So he went and bought the same wallpaper as me. It's funny. But no, look, I want to be wary of everyone's time, and I've got a meeting. So guys, much love, and thanks for tuning in for this long one. I love you all long time. I'll be in touch on Boxer soon. All right, guys.
Bye.
Ciao.